these two muscle groups, if you overdevelop them, you will look more jacked than the guy who doesn't focus on these body parts. All right. So the first one, this one's going to kind of a little bit be obvious. And wait, before you watch this video, before I get into it, I want you to comment below and guess right now what you think these two body parts are. I'm curious before. Don't cheat and watch them and then agree with me and put them in the comments. But right now, pause this video, go in the comments. Let me know what you think these two muscle groups are. All right. So muscle group number one, and technically I'm kind of cheating here because this is not one muscle, it's two, but whatever, it's the arms. I don't know anyone who has arms that you could say, you could stop training them. I feel like with arms, the bigger, the better. I know a lot of people who have really, really good arm development and genetics. And that's the first thing that people see and associate that person. Wow, that guy is huge. And let me give you some examples. So first, breaking these two muscles down, triceps. I don't know anyone who ever says, hey, my triceps are too big. Doesn't happen. So let's look at Sam Sulek. Jeff Nippert did a video on Sam Sulek, and he talked about how majority of Sam's training is based around triceps. Okay? I don't think that's a bad thing. I think that's a good thing. That's why Sam has huge arms. So you got to go and keep pounding away at those triceps. Triceps are key for big arms, and you really need to hammer them down. Like I said, I don't know anybody who says my triceps are too big. No, it doesn't happen. Make them bigger. Trust me, everyone will notice. And my second example here is Arnold Schwarzenegger. Arnold Schwarzenegger was known for his biceps. That's what he was known for. He was 19 years old with 21-inch arms, which was unheard of at the time. And there's clips of Arnold right now that are going around from Pumping Iron, like outtakes. And there's the scene of him doing the concentration curls. Now, everybody has seen that scene Pumping Iron, but they filmed a set before that. And if you watch the set before that, if you guys find that clip, you'll know what I'm talking about. All you see is like the meat of his biceps just hanging there. It is insane. And it makes his whole rest of his physique that much more impressive. It's insane when you watch it because it's just like a big chunk of meat. Like if he's doing the concentration curl with this arm, the other arm is just braced, and all you see is like this huge chunk of bicep that like kind of doesn't belong, but it just makes it look so much more freaky. And just that was the thing that he was kind of known for, that and his chest. But his arms were really his standout body part. If you took those arms away from Arnold, let's just say they stayed the same shape, and instead of being 21 inches, they were 19, would he have been as successful? That's arguable, right? We don't know. But again, like I said, arms are one of those body parts that you can really hammer into the ground and grow and get as big as possible. And no one's going to fault you for that. It's just not, right? So overdevelop them 100%. I'm giving you permission. I'm going against what everyone else is saying, and I'm giving you permission. Overdevelop them. How do you overdevelop your arms? Well, you're going to take volume from the strong body parts that you have. Okay. So let's just say, for example, your chest grows pretty quick, your legs grow pretty quick. Then you're going to take some of that volume and tack it on as extra arm work. Okay. You're going to apply a lot of that volume there. You're going to use the priority principle, and you're going to train them more so. So you're going to put emphasis more on the biceps and triceps. You're going to give yourself a dedicated arm day. That always works wonders when it comes to growing arms. Dedicated arm day. And I would say frequency-wise, 2 to 3 times a week, ideal to grow the biceps and arms and triceps, right? Like I said, I kind of cheated. It's one muscle group, but it's really two. But you guys get the idea, right? So arms, number one. Can't have enough of them. I'm convinced if your arms were 20 inches, people would look at you differently. So keep that in mind. Now, muscle number 2, traps. And the reason why I'm saying traps, I wanted to go with another body part, but I think traps, when they're overdeveloped, really give your physique a freaky, different kind of look. Now let's look at Tom Hardy. He was Batman. What is he known for? His traps. That's all you see in that movie. He's not even lean. He's not even that muscular, but his traps are overdeveloped, and that's all you see. Okay, that's all you see is his traps. I think the other movie that he was in was The Warrior, which was a great movie, by the way. If you didn't watch it, you should definitely go and watch it. But again, all you notice is his traps. They're just so dominant, and they protrude. I like to think of the traps as almost like a clothes hanger. So like when you put clothes on a clothes hanger, they hang. When your traps are big and developed, your clothes hang, and it's the first thing that people notice when they look at you, because they're looking at you in your face, and they're going to see the traps. So if you have a tank top on, it's going to look like, whoa, this guy is tremendous. A great example of this, and this is a guy I follow on social media. I don't even know his name, but his name on social media on Instagram is King Tolo. And he does his videos with tank tops on. He's freaky looking. And that's because his traps are overdeveloped. And that's okay. Look how he looks. Like, you look at that, you're like, whoa, this guy's jacked. Another body part that he has really good genetics on and overdeveloped them too is his arms. So the first two things you see is these giant traps and then his arms. So these are why I think you need to overdevelop these two muscle groups. You can't have enough of them because they're just the standout things that people notice. And like I said, if it's summertime and you're wearing a tank top and you're walking around with these giant traps, everybody's going to notice. It's funny, when I was younger, this kid used to walk around. He had overdeveloped traps, but everything else was skinny, like his arms were skinny. But people still thought he was gigantic just because his traps stuck out. So those two muscle groups definitely need to be overdeveloped. How are you going to do this with traps? I actually forgot to add this part in. How I would overdevelop my traps is, one, obviously adding more volume to them. Traps can kind of take a beating in the volume department, and you could kind of hammer them away and not get so fatigued doing them. So volume, you're going to prioritize them. If you're doing traps on pull day or whatever, traps on push day, doesn't matter when you do them first in your workout. Fatigue them first, hit them hard initially when you're full of energy. Also, frequency wise, I would do 2 to 3 times as well, just really hammering those muscles. And again, don't go crazy. Don't look for all these crazy variations. Simple, heavy shrugs, dumbbell shrugs. I actually prefer a machine shrug because you kind of get a little bit of a better position. Like, that neutral grip is a lot better than a straight bar overhand. So you can use a trap bar also. But hammer these two muscle groups, all right? Trust me, when they're overdeveloped, everybody's going to notice. And because you made it this far into the video, I got a free gift for you. I have a free 6-week training program that I want to give you for free. That's right. No charge, free. All you got to do is click that link below, download the program. I just want to help you to avoid all the mistakes that I made growing up and doing this for over 20 years, all right? This was Anthony, AB Fitness. I'll catch you guys on the next one.